Now, as you know, I love my Mazda MX5. But the one criticism I have of it is this, the roof. Whilst the roof itself is in good condition, it does need a little bit of work. The problem that I have is condensation and moisture inside. In fact, it drips from the top. And it makes me think, especially on wet days, that some of it is actually penetrating the fabric. Now, the products I'm going to use are actually quite straightforward. They're made by a company called Protex. One is just a restorer and the other one is a waterproofer. Now, I've never used these products before. It's going to be the first time for me. So join me on this little journey as we try and renovate this roof. Now, this roof itself isn't actually too bad. It looks a little bit discoloured in places, but it's not too bad at all. It's actually very solid. None of the stitching has actually come away or anything like that. So I know fundamentally that the roof is sound. Now, in order to do this, I have paintbrush and pot. The weather, of course, is perfect for this kind of stuff. It's overcast slightly, not too sunny, so the product shouldn't just start drying up as soon as I apply it. And that's one of the things it does say in the instructions quite clearly, so it's one of the things you need to watch out for if you're going to do something like this. So here it is. Give the bottle a good shake, which I've been doing whilst off camera, and pour in. Right, let's just see what this looks like then. See what it looks like actually. It's very black and quite runny as well, almost like ink. Now, it is a good idea just to clean the roof properly and remove any loose bits using a stiff brush. Remove any algae or anything else that's on the roof before you start. Now, of course, we're not sponsored by anybody on this channel, so if you're interested in sponsoring us, then do get in touch. Details can be found in the description of this video. I'm not going to pour too much of it in, but I'll pour in half, let's say. Shut the lid. And then, if you're enjoying this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It seems to go straight in. Seems to want to just go straight into the cloth. Don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But it is very, very runny. Of course, on the instructions it does say that you should mask everything up, but I think if you're being reasonably careful, then it's not too bad. It's not too difficult to apply. I mean, this roof clearly hasn't had treatment like this done, probably ever. I do know, I mean, I can tell from the condition of this car that it's been garaged pretty much all its life, and therefore everything is in pretty good condition, you know, in terms of all the trim and everything else. But, you know, it is a 16-year-old car at the end of the day. And if you buy a 16-year-old car, well, you've got to expect to do a little bit of sort of preventative and proactive maintenance. You can see just how porous this roof is. I mean, it seems to just disappear straight in. That's got to be a good thing, I'm sure, because what it means is that the stuff needs to work its way into the fabric. I'm going to go back to the edge later, undo the roof and just finish that part off, but let's just get the rest of the roof done first. Now, I shall continue doing this and I'll see you in 2 minutes. So there you go, done. Roof looks nice and matte. A couple of areas where I still think it's a little bit patchy, but I think it's due to that residue of those adhesive type tapes that are underneath for the actual roof itself. Other than that, everything else seems to look pretty good. Right, leave it a day or so, and then what I'm going to do is give it the waterproofing treatment just to see if that makes any difference. I can't wait to find out how this is going to turn out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like this video, hit that like button. So I've applied the Protex canvas, well, basically the Renovator, and I've been looking at this. This is the canvas waterproofer that I was going to actually put onto the roof, but I've had a change of mind. This goes on dry. I mean, the instructions on here are actually so poor, they basically just seem to be a complete cut and paste of what was for the Renovator. So rather than doing that, I've decided to go for this. This is the Autoglym one, and this one has slightly more comprehensive instructions, and I think it just gives me a little bit more confidence. In fact, the way this one is applied is you wet the roof first and then apply onto a wet roof, and this is the soft top protected by Autoglym. So let's give this a go and see what happens. The first thing to do is to wet the roof. So there you have it, one wet roof. So here it goes, time to decant. I'm actually going to apply this using a paintbrush. It does say you can apply it with a sponge, but I think a paintbrush will probably do the job slightly better. Sounds like I'm milking a goat. Not that I would know what milking a goat sounds like. Nothing to say really, other than the fact that it seems to go straight in. No mucking around. It'll be interesting to see how much hydrophobicity this has on the roof. Does it actually make water, rainwater, bead up? That's going to be the key question. Very, very easy to apply. It is very liquidy. So there you have it. Pretty much half the roof done in just a few minutes. Didn't take long at all. Seems to be seeping in. That's what it looks like. If you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe, because I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by my birthday in the middle of August. It does get quite frothy. Well, there you go. Didn't even use much of it, to be brutally honest. It seems to just go straight in. I don't know whether that's because the roof is wet and it's quite economical that way, but we'll find out. What I'm going to do next, obviously, is to wait until this is dried out and then do the old water test and see what happens. So I ended up waiting a couple of days, and guess what? The heavens opened. Now, just looking at the roof now, you can really see a difference. There is real hydrophobicity. Water is just beading up and sitting on top of the canvas. And even when I rub it with my hand, you can actually see that it doesn't just go and soak and penetrate the canvas. It really seems to have done the trick. Now, of course, this is obviously one sort of modification or enhancement that I've made to this car. I've made several others too. Now, if you'd like to see what sort of modifications I've made to the car, then click on the banner that appears on the screen now. Now, if you want to see me driving around in this car, then click on the tiles that appear now. Otherwise, thank you very much indeed for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, and I will catch you on the next one.